Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. Mama Ida Odinga has finally been vindicated. Last year, towards the August elections, Mama Ida Odinga called for the regulation of the church in Kenya. Those remarks earned a lot of backlash from Kenya Kwanza Brigade, who accused her of planning to kill the church in Kenya. 1 year down the line, those who were accusing and attacking Mama Ida Odinga are now calling for the regulation of the church. Let's have a look at some remarks by Boni Aluale today. Dr. Boni Aluale, the freedom of worship will have to be examined and scrutinized if allowing anybody who comes in the name of God to open a church means this senseless loss of lives of the unsuspecting members of the public. And then Boni Aluale attached that Saturday Nation but detailed on a cult leader who masqueraded as a man of God only to order for the death, or rather for the deaths of his members. In God's name, horror of cult secret graves. So after 1 year, rather 1 year down the line, those who were attacking Mama Ida Odinga are now calling for the regulation of the church in Kenya. So Mama Ida was actually right. In this video, as usual, I want us to dig deep into this, in which I'll explain why I strongly believe that Azimio as a political side had seen the future, they had looked at the bigger picture. And in this video, I'll explain some warnings that Azimio gave last year, warnings that some have been fulfilled and some will surely be fulfilled. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's continue. Yes. The first warning that has come to pass, Kenyans were warned against the bottom-up narrative. William Ruto was campaigning across the country, telling the hustlers that he was going to form a government of Mama Mboga Boda Boda, the poor in the society. Looking on how William Ruto has formed this government, he has formed this government with these fellow billionaires, the rich in the society. The so-called hustlers Mama Mboga have been left on their own. And to make matters even worse, the hassles that these hustlers were involved in, such as Kazi Mtani, Ruto's government has done away with them, and not only doing away with them, he has increased taxes. And even the hustlers now are being forced, they are being taxed on their M-Pesa transactions. So Ruto lied to these people. He cheated them that he was going to form a government with them, a Mama Mboga government. That has been proved as a lie. So Kenyans should be wiser going into the future. Another promise that is also showing signs that things might just might just turn out as Azimio had want. William Ruto brought this thing of dynasties versus hustlers, the rich versus the poor. Azimio warned and told Kenyans that that was a recipe for chaos. In this government already we are seeing the so-called poor majority invading other people's lands. We saw Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm being raided. We saw Rea Vipingo's farm in Kilifi being raided. We have seen groups raiding or rather invading personal properties and even destroying. Yeah, they are invading personal properties and destroying property. And it appears that the government of the day has not realized the implications of that. Listening to Rigathi Gachagua speaking some few days ago, when he was attacking Mama Ngina, Rigathi was still perpetuating the Hustlers dynasty kind of a narrative. He was attacking Mama Ngina over land. All these, ladies and gentlemen, will one day get out of control. The same narrative William Ruto and his team are using to cheat the masses, to endear themselves to the masses. Those same narratives they're using will one day be used against them. The so-called hustlers will one day turn against them. And I'm very sure that will come to pass, just as Mama Ida's warning has come to pass. The church itself, and even the leaders who are attacking Mama Ida Odinga, are now calling for the regulations of the church. The Hustlers versus Dynasty will one day boil out of control. So the government should move with speed in making sure no government leader or government official should encourage that kind of a narrative, because it's just building some form of rebellion and some pain amongst the hustlers. Another warning: towards the August elections, Kenyans were warned against electing corrupt individuals. Kenyans were warned, and even evidence was tabled on the table. A section of Kenyans went ahead elected very corrupt individuals. What is happening in Kenya right now? The leaders who were elected to represent the people have decided, and they are now representing themselves, their own interests. We are seeing leaders being bought like goats. And besides leaders being bought like goats, we are seeing the government appointing very corrupt individuals or rather appointing corrupt individuals. Corruption cases and even murder cases against some individuals are being dropped for them to serve in government. All that, in the long run, that will lead to public coffers being fleeced more. A corrupt individual will not stop being corrupt because he or she has been appointed in government. In fact, the government appointment will just shield or protect that individual from a possible prosecution. And already we have seen corruption cases being dropped against such individuals. These individuals will fleece more from the public coffers. And just as Auditor General's report has it, that Kenya loses about a third of its budget, its annual budget, to corruption, in this regime, that figure might go up. We might even now find the government losing half of its annual budget to corruption. Kenyans were warned against electing corrupt individuals. And now that Ruto and his team are fully in control of the government, we are seeing them still giving new promises. The truth of the matter, 5 years will elapse, these leaders will still be giving new promises. they will deliver completely nothing. Kenyans should be wise enough to fathom, or rather to understand these lies being perpetuated by such kinds of leaders. As I conclude, it's a fact that Mama Ida's warning has actually come to pass. Mama Ida saw it, and it has come to pass. A confirmation that we have two political camps, one camp that is more mature and more experienced in terms of good governance and good leadership. The other camp is composed of erratic, bossy, arrogant, inexperienced politicians who are not looking at the bigger picture. Their main intention is to cheat the masses for them to gain and to maintain power. I'm saying that without any fear of contradiction. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.